right, today we're going to be talking about a more basic part of permutation, and this is groove permutation. If you've seen David Garibaldi's book, Future Sounds, he deals a little bit with this. So I'm going to be dealing with the intermediate section of the groove permutations from my book. And what I'm going to be doing is first, I'm going to be taking a simple kick drum pattern and moving it over a 16th note until that pattern loops all the way around, okay? So it's going to move over a 16th note, the back part of it's going to loop to the front of the measure, and then eventually after 16 bars of permutating it, we'll be back with it back just like it needs to be. Then I'm going to take the snare drum, and that'll only take 8 bars because the snare drum's the same every 2 beats. So then I'll take the bass drum, permutate it, take the snare drum, then permutate it, and let you see kind of how you can cut up the limbs and start to get full functionality out of this. So again, the bass drum part we're going to be permutating is this. It's going to be real hard. Let me play that again. I venture the guess that 99.9.9.9.9% of you guys can play that right now, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that, and I'm going to move it over a 16th note. So if it sounds like this the first time, that whole pattern shifted over a 16th note would sound like this. And then shifted over an 8th note. Okay, so I'm going to go through that whole section. I'm going to do it at about 100 BPM, and then I'm going to take a break, talk a second, and then we're going to go through the snare. There's the kick drum moved over. We went through all of its permutations, so that one groove can be 16 different grooves. So essentially, when you learn one groove, that's what I'm trying to get. If we can work through it through this concept, you don't just learn one groove. Once you learn this concept, you've learned 16 grooves, and that's pretty cool. Plus, you learn where to put that kick drum on any part of the beat. Now, we're going to deal with the snare drum. I'm going to move it over a 16th note every time. This won't take quite as long to do. Again, 2 bars of each, about 100 BPM. And there you go. That's how you take a beat. That's the intermediate in there. And then from there on, it starts getting into these broken up linear patterns. And that was permutating the bass drum, permutating the snare drum. And then you could also do the hi-hat if you wanted. Then you could do the whole groove. So instead of it just being the bass drum, we'd permutate the whole groove 1/16th note like this. Right? The only thing that stayed the same was the hi-hat. So That's another small section of my book, Functioning in Time. Again, you can get it as a downloadable PDF, or you can order the hard copy. And I'm not going to throw this at you all the time. I just want you guys to know what it's about and have some fun. Go practice. See ya.